mo dyan niluluto ko ah. Paborito ko yan.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating program. Tuloy-tuloy, no? Kasi simula pa. Good evening ho. Magandang gabi ho. Happy Tuesday ho sa inyong lahat. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN dito po sa programang Legal Advice Corner, no? Another week of ano ho rito, no? Interaction ho sa inyong mga kababayan natin na kasama ho natin sa social virtual bubble ho natin. Anyway, good evening ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ho ng United Kingdom. Good evening. Welcome ho sa ating programa, no? At syempre, welcome din yung ating, dahil nasa Europa ho tayo, yung ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ho ng Europa, welcome din ho kayo, no? Tuloy ho kayo, kabayan. Hindi lamang ho sa Europa, maski sa Pilipinas ho, no? As far as even Coronadal o sa Pilipinas ho, iba't ibang bahagi ho ng Pilipinas nakakapanood ho sa atin at iba't ibang bahagi ho ng mundo tulad ng Amerika, no? So welcome ho sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN. It's a Tuesday evening. This is a regular staple dito ho sa ating stasyon sa Filipino TV Europe. At syempre, pakikilala ko yung pinaka-star of the show, no? Dahil hindi naman ako star of the show. Sabit lang ho ako rito, kumbaga, ako lang ho yung parang, ano ba tawag dito? Parang moderator ho, parang ganyan, di ba? Kasi kayo rin ho, kami, at saka siya, kayo, ako at si attorney, no? Yung nakasama natin, na sumasagot dun ho sa mga tanong ninyo, dito po sa ating palatuntunan. Okay, pakilala ko na. Ito, proud to be Pinoy din tayo because she has given us something to be proud of, no? Dahil batang-bata pa siya at siya ho ay, kumbaga, nasa helm, nasa ituktok, nasa ibabaw siya ang parang, kumbaga, general, no? Nung kanilang kumpanya because she is the managing partner right now, promoted about more than half a year ago ba? Alamin natin. No? So, siya ho ang managing partner ng Deo Volentes Solicitors, no? Kaya pakikilala ko na. Siyempre, sexy siya ngayon. Napaka-sexy siya ngayon. Mga kaibigan, ang ating pinakamamahal na abogada ng bayan, walang iba kundi si Attorney DANNA Quinto. Happy Tuesday, Attorney!
Happy Tuesday, Mr. Laragan. Happy Tuesday sa lahat ng mga manonood ng taga-subaybay ng Legal Advice Corner. Mapaka-taga-Coronadal man, Middle East, America, UK, London, or Bedford. Welcome back to the show. Nakakatuwang bumalik every Tuesday. It's always a pleasure to come back here. It's always a pleasure to talk about different yung mga dagdag kaalaman na sinasabi nila. So hopefully we'll add more to that today. And yeah, it's great to be back. Kamusta ka, Mr. Laragan? You are looking dapper as
really?
usual.
Wow. Well, ikaw siguro baka 2022. Oo. Ikaw naman, you're looking sexier, prettier, di ba? And of course, siyempre, yung brains hindi na natin pag-uusapan, given na yan. But you look really more beautiful as the weeks go by, no? And ako naman, kaya ako, no, I just wanted to have a sort of a change for 2022 because if whatever it was like last year, kung medyo, so I put in a little bit of an effort now towards being more presentable, ika nga, para naman makasabay ako sa inyo ni Attorney Lira dahil pareho kayo naka-coat, very so I have to come up with something classic in a way, light and then dark. So yeah, wait, congratulations. You had a post on Facebook and And yun nga, all of us, or mga friends natin, Ronald Sipo will say, yeah, well, we're gonna support it, no? O lalo na si Ronald ngayon, he's the president. I don't know if you're aware of it. Siya ang presidente o chairperson, no? Chairman ng NFID UK, no?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That is right.
So,
Yes,
yeah. And
that's
so,
right.
with NFID, we have this sort of, how would you call that? Contacts, connections with the different NFID organizations around Europe, no? Kasi
That's right.
European network
Yeah.
of Filipinos in the diaspora. Yan. Okay.
Yes.
Oy,
Po.
look yun. Kumusta naman? Kumusta ikaw? How was it? How was your weekend?
Yeah, the weekend was good. As you said, it was such a pleasure to meet with the new consul general. Consul General Ran, congratulations on your new appointment, and hello to Vice Consul Baya, who's always very, very supportive. It's always
Yes.
we've worked with them. I think. Behind more on assisting the embassy. We may not be so vocal about it, but we've sort of had a few projects, or we always lend our assistance to the embassy over the years. And because of COVID, yung mga projects, there were projects that hindi masyado na progress because of restrictions. And now that hopefully we're slowly getting back to
Yes.
as close to normal as possible. But napag-uusapan uli yung mga proyekto na yun, things that at the end of the day, yung mga collaboration na makakadagdag sa ikabubuti ng komunidad natin. So,
Exactly.
it's good to talk with them. It's good to work with them. It's good to work with everyone sa community natin, whether with you, who's a pillar of our community, with Tito Ronald, who's always supportive. I think at the end of the day, makikita mo yung tinatawag natin, ano ba yun, yung bayanihan natin kahit san man tayo, na tulungan tayo. Tulungan in all respects, maliit man, malaki. It's always good to do that. And it's always good
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see
In the service of our
mga
kababayan. No?
Masarap mag-Tagalog, Masarap
Oo.
mag-Tagalog, masarap magtawanan yung humor nating Filipino. That's the reason I always like yung mga kwentuhan. Sarap ng kwentuhan pag Filipino ang kakwentuhan mo. So I always welcome opportunities na makakita ng kababayan.
Yes.
So that was good. And then I think pinakita mo kanina, after
Ito.
that I had my virtual whiskey tasting. Isa yan sa
Yan nga, paano yan? Well, I'm curious. Paano ang virtual whiskey tasting? How do you do it?
Yeah, so
Uy, ito
I'll
ba?
tell
Ito, ano ba to?
Yeah,
Ano
nung
ba?
birthday
Kesama.
ko, I received a little package. Sabi,
Oh.
you're gonna attend a something on 14th of January, kasi yun yung booking. Hindi ko kilala yung iba doon. I knew my friend, yung friend ko, Abigail, a very good friend of mine, nag-introduce sa akin with whiskey a very long time ago because of
Okay.
Scotland. That's the only reason why I happen to like whiskey. Akala ko nga hindi ko magugustuhan, but surprise,
Wow.
I really like it. So it's one of those things that probably when people look at me, I don't seem like someone who probably would like whiskey. So she sent me that, and she sent me or the coordinator sent me a link. So you log in like a Zoom meeting, and nasa sa'yo na, pinost na sa akin yung whiskey sample.
whiskeys.
So they'll give you a history lesson kung saan galing yung
Wow.
whiskey na yan, a bit of
Uh-huh.
information, and then you open the whiskey one by one together. Hindi po ako connoisseur. I just like whiskey, and they ask you ano yung malalasahan mo, and ano yung nagustuhan mo. And it's surprisingly hindi ganun ka-matured yung mga whiskey na yan. All of those are below 5 years old or 5 years below. And it's very, very good. It's Swedish whiskey.
Really, yeah?
It's very good.
These are Scotch whiskey, eh?
Swedish.
Swedish.
Single-
Sorry. Swedish ba?
Swedish
Ba?
whiskey,
Binanggit mo na
yeah.
ba kanina yung Swedish? Hindi ko narinig.
Ay, hindi
kanina.
pa po. Bago.
Okay,
bago
okay.
pala. Yeah,
Hindi,
Swedish
kasi
whiskey.
you mentioned Scotland, tapos biglang Swedish pala
I
to.
started with Scotch. The whiskey fascination started
Oh, okay.
with, the famous Scotch. So it started with Talisker, which was my first ever whiskey and my first ever na distillery na napuntahan because I was in Isle of Skye. So napadaan
Oh.
kami. And they said, look, libre yung whiskey, try mo. Libre if you, if you visit their distillery, bibigyan ka ng isang shot. Sabi ko, ako, hindi ko naman gusto yung whiskey, okay lang. And they said, no, dito ka na. It's very far away. Isle of Skye is very far away. So sabi na, dito ka na, try mo lang. Sabi ko,
Mm.
naku, hindi ko naman magugustuhan yan. Sabi na, sige
Oo.
lang, try mo lang. And then I tried it. I really liked it. I was so surprised that I really liked it.
Really?
And
How did you like it? Was it because of, I saw some cheese ba yan? Ano ba mga ginamit mo? So,
there's
di ba,
a,
parang when you drink something, minsan sa Pilipinas, mga chaser ka or you something, di ba? O,
no,
may lemon or something.
that's just to line my stomach. That's just because I was
Ah,
running. I was running late, and that's just to make it a bit more pleasant. Pero siguro ako lang. I drink it neat. Walang anything. I just drink it
ah.
as it is.
Walang
I
ice, walang
don't
anything?
walang ice. I would follow
Oh,
it up siguro just to sabi
wow.
nila to clean your palate para sa next na whiskey water, but it's one of those things na hindi
Bakit? Ilang
I
whiskey ba yan?
cannot get along with.
Attorney, ilang whiskey ba yan? Ilang whiskey ba yan?
Hindi ko inubos. Apat yan, pero hindi
Apat
ko
na
inubos. Four
different.
different.
Oh, all from
It's a
Sweden.
whiskey tasting, so apat. So that's the
Oh,
first,
galing ah.
second, third. Hindi ko inubos lahat kasi
Nakailang ka? Did you get
baka
tipsy? Mabilis pa ang sipa niya kung tawagin nila, di ba? Yung,
mabilis. Mabilis.
mabilis.
Pero
Okay.
masarap. I mean, either you like it or you don't. For me, it's a very, very, siguro nagde-develop siya eh. Yung naano ko lang sa kanya, natutuwa ako sa kanya. Kasi akala
Mhm.
mo, ay, ako parang ang ano naman dito, it burns. Yung
Oo.
mga natikman ko up there in Scotland is, oo, nag-burn. And then after nun, yung amoy, yung flavor, iba-iba. Yung it
Ah,
develops. Talaga
okay.
yung, it's such a hit sa senses mo. And yeah, and that's the reason I don't drink it with anything. I try to just drink one, and normally pag sa Scotland lang ako, and normally after ko mamundok. So yun yung treat ko sa sarili ko after ko mamundok. I
Ah,
would
really? Ah?
I would grab a glass of whiskey after
Of
dinner.
whiskey.
So
Ah, okay. If
yeah.
you're not drinking, wait, when you go up to parang ano, di ba, as a way of parang ano mo, treating yourself, di ba? Dahil nandun ka naman. So you drink whiskey. Pero on occasions or ano, what can you drink? Tayo, we
Yeah,
drank wine.
yeah, we got
Do you
wine on.
occasionally drink
Yeah,
wine? Ano ba ang
yeah,
ininom mo?
just wine,
Prosecco?
wine. Yeah, prosecco, or if it's just normal whatever. Hindi ako fuzzy sa
Ah,
normal. I
okay.
would probably
Ah,
just
okay.
drink wine or whatever's on offer.
Right.
Hindi naman
Ah,
ako
okay.
ganun. I don't drink beer a lot, but siguro pag summer lang kapag
Ah,
may
really ha?
party at
Umiinom ka
wala
rin ng
nang
beer?
ibang
Talaga?
offer.
Talaga? Oh, okay.
But I normally just drink wine, a glass of wine, or kung may prosecco. Hindi ako fuzzy doon. It's just siguro yun lang yung ano ko,
Ah,
yun lang yung something a bit strange about me na I I can probably drink whiskey neat.
oh, wow, okay. Teka muna, what I noticed, meron kang meron dalawa, hindi ko alam kung ano yung mga cheeses na yun. Sa left, meron nga parang biscuits eh. Dito sa shot na to, wala na, naubos mo muna.
Naubos ko na.
Oo, pakita mo direct yung una niyang picture na andun pa, may parang biscuit pa sa
And
kabila, sa kaliwa.
I just want to pause
Ayan, yan.
yung glass na yan. That's a
Oh,
proper. If you're a
itong
whiskey,
glass. Ayan. Oh,
that's
yan,
that's a
ito.
whiskey tasting glass. That's a specific
Ah,
whiskey tasting glass.
did it come with the package or did you have to buy it?
No, that's one of probably things I picked up, years ago.
Ah, years
No,
ago. Okay.
separate. Yeah, that's a
Ako,
separate one.
whiskey hindi ako masyadong nakakainom. When I was a bit younger, malakas ako sa brandy, attorney. Brandy, when I was younger, from cheap to mga ano. So, it was more because of the voice nung araw, baby. You want to
Yeah, of
condition your voice
course.
before you
Yes.
go on air, before you
Yeah.
ano. That was before, a long time ago. So, tagal-tagal na nun. So, ngayon, wala na. Wine lang. I think the last, wine. Plus yung wine na, Yung thank you nga pala doon sa ano sa oo sa wines, no? Ang dami noon, ha. I'm trying to hindi na ako kasi lakas ng wine nung dati, but yeah, sarap kasi wine, di ba? It's healthy, no? Tama,
That's right,
pinakikita ni
yes.
wag muna direct, ano muna, medyo ano natin 'yan. Medyo may sikreto natin 'yan. Wag muna. Hindi na, kasi I'm trying to cook. Nagluluto ako eh. So, nagluto naman, hindi
Okay.
naman na special, but something for me to eat lang. So, I
That's good,
prepare.
that's good.
Oh, ay nga pala, congratulations. Teka muna, mag-congratulate tayo. Ito pala, itong, ngayon, to si, ano, oh. Ayan, oh.
Ayan, congratulations si
Congratulations.
John
Oh.
Duway. John
Oh.
Duway, sa Duway family, kay
John
Aileen
Dwight.
and Ed.
Oo,
Grabe,
asan si Jan? Yan,
ang
yan.
dami
Ayan,
ng
oh, yan, si
graduates
Ed
ngayon.
and Irene, proud parents, no? Kay Jan. Ano ba tinapos ng Jan?
Tangkad ni John, ano? Ang
Oo.
tangkad na
Oo,
bata.
oo. Ba, kita mo naman si ano,
Nakakatawa.
very
Very
nakakatawa
well
itong
done.
ang cute ng suot ni Irene, ganda ng suot ni Ed. Talaga nga naman kala mo, no?
Talagang they all look very well. Nakakatawa.
Oo.
Nakakatawa.
Oo.
Very good.
Tignan mo, meron
Tangkad,
na
proud
siyang binatang
father.
graduate na ng university. Dito ba, attorney, how old do the kids or do young people graduate sa university? Kasi dito, medyo hindi ka ikaw, medyo iba pala ang ruta mong nag-aral, no? Kasi sa atin kasi, nung panahon namin nila Ed is 6 years of elementary, 4 years of high school, and then university 4 years, no? So,
That's right.
nakakatapos tayo, mga 19, 20, ganyan, no?
Yeah,
Dito
that's
yata,
right.
mga 20, 21,
21, 22.
Oo,
21,
dito, ano?
22 sila dito.
Ayan, no?
Yeah.
So,
Medyo ano. Yeah.
Edgar, saludo kami sa iyo,
Saludo
ha?
kami sa
Meron ka
inyo.
ng, ano na, no? Ilan ba? Uli ko iho, sabi. Minsan,
No,
discussion Irene, eh.
the only son. Yes, the only son.
Oo, uli ko
Yeah.
iho.
Dalawa
So,
yung
yan.
graduate nila this year. Nakakatawa. Very proud parents.
Sino
Dalawa yung
graduates nila? Puro nga mga,
yung
mga
pangalan.
postings ngayon, nakikita ko, puro mga nag-graduate yung mga siguro magkakasabay, eh, no?
Si
Mga
Mai ata yung graduate. So, malaman natin kay Edgar mamaya.
di
Si
ba?
Mai
Sige,
ata
malaman natin
graduate.
magkano tayo. Oy, teka mo lang. Sige, magbilis tayo magpabatian. Okay,
Ay,
hulaan
may
natin.
ano
Sino?
lang ako. I-introduce ko, may special guest tayo bago umalis tong special guest ko eh.
Okay, ay nga pala. Teka nga pala. O, sige nga pala. Please.
Kasi
Oo,
nga,
sige nga pala.
kasi nga, ano nga ba yung topic natin ngayon? Kasi topic
Oy, yung
natin.
topic nga pala, ano, attorney.
Natawa si Mr. Laragan, sabi niya talaga may ganyan. It's pet, and tama bang pronunciation ko? Kasi kanina pa ako na-mispronounce ito.
Chattel, yeah.
Chattel ownership dispute. So parang,
Yo.
ano ba yan? Pati pet pinag-aawayan.
Oh, dispute.
Ang straightforward answer is yes. And ito yung
Wow.
dagdag kaalaman din natin na you'll be surprised kung gaano kadami ang nag-aaway sa ownership ng pet nila, whether divorce man or hindi ang sitwasyon. And on that note, may dala akong special guest. Hiniram ko
yeah,
na office.
Direct out mo muna yung ating
guest
topic.
namin.
Yan, okay.
Doon na siya ba?
Ayan, oo. Sino yan?
This is Raja.
Wow.
Nantokan
Hello,
ko siya.
Raja.
Hi, Raja. Raja is, pet ng senior partner. Whole house, family cat siya ng isa sa mga, sa senior partners namin. But we borrowed him today. We've been meaning to borrow him kasi we thought, aside from tama siya sa topic natin ngayon, nakaka-relax talaga sila. Sorry,
Okay.
Raja.
Ano siya? Uniko cat lang? O may...
Iho din.
Uniko iho din. O, lalaki. Ano yan? Ribbon ba yung kulay blue na yan? Nakikita namin, attorney? May ribbon ba yan? Ribbon ba yung kulay blue na yan na nasa leg niya?
Ayan siya.
Ribbon ba yan?
Ano
Ribbon?
yan eh? Collar niya yan eh. Dapat collar.
may
niya.
collar.
Ayun.
Wow. Galing ba?
Raja, say
Okay.
hi sa mga fans mo.
Oo nga. Oh. Hi, Raja. Naku.
Hi, Raja. Okay na daw.
Oo, ang
Okay
ganda ng
na
whiskers niya. Gusto ko yung whiskers niya. No? Nainggit tuloy ako sa whiskers.
Matutulog daw muna siya. So,
Si
we're big
Raja.
fan. I'm a big fan of tayong mga Pilipino. I grew up with pets. You know, I want a dog here. Kaso yung schedule at yung trabaho hindi fair para sa dog na maiwan ko siya.
Maiwan, oo,
Or a
oo,
cat. So, that's the reason why siguro ako if there's a chance makahiram ng pet ng ibang tao, I would like the opportunity to have that, and that's the reason why hiniram ko si
Si Raja.
Raja today. But in some instances, yung mga hiraman na yan, yung mga sige nga sa'yo muna ng ilang months yung aso or foster mo muna yung cat or hati kayo, that normally ends up in a dispute. Pag-aawayan minsan. Alam mo naman dito,
Oo.
mataas ang presyo ng lahat ng bagay, including vet bills, including vet insurance and all of that. So people say, if I'm investing time, energy, affection, emotional attachment, and resources sa isang family pet or pet, just general pet, in the end, kung hindi klaro kung sa'yo ba yan or hindi, nagkakaroon din ng mga awayan, and you'll be surprised to know na may area sa law that can deal with that. So here in the
Wow.
UK,
Pets,
we can
hindi
talk
na
about that
pinag-uusapan
later.
natin from
Yes.
before, di ba?
We can talk
Okay.
about that, and you'd be surprised to know sa experience ko in family law and litigation, malakas ang impact. People get very emotional with their pets. They treat them as family members. Some of them are emotional. May tawag doon emotional. Provides emotional assistance. And some of them provides other support, emotional support. Yun ata yung tawag, emotional support to their owners. So
Yeah,
it's
totoo
not
yan.
just, although technically they are treated as we said, a chattel, hindi may kailangan pa ring mga certain criteria before, and they are dealt with as possessions, and that's a surprise to everyone. May mga criteria. It's not as straightforward as it seems, and people do go to lawyers about it. And I myself have been asked to advise about pet disputes almost every year, a number of cases. You'll be surprised to know. I was surprised when I first started, and then it was a very interesting, for me, it's a very interesting area of law. Although it seems like a small area, we're going to talk about the other areas, like chattel ownership disputes, which means other personal properties, other personal possessions, and what to do if there's a dispute o may hindi pagkakaintindihan about that. So we'll talk about that
Maganda yan.
later.
Very, very interesting.
Raja is still with us to provide some cuteness support para mabigyan tayo ng good vibes dito sa napakasayang Happy Tuesday.
Yan ba, attorney? Anong oras ang dinner time yan?
Kanina pa po namin siya pinakain.
Wala na yan. For the night, wala na yan. Parang
kanina pa namin
nag-ano din ba siya? Parang mga nagda-diet ba, mga before 6, ganyan, kailangan nakakain na.
Yung mga intermittent fasting. Hindi, kanina pa namin ito binigyan ng treats para, sobrang behave niya ngayon. Sobrang,
Ano kinakain niya, attorney? Ano pinakain niyo?
dreamies ata yung tawag doon. May mga treats lang siya. So,
parang mga cat food talaga yan, special cat food yan.
Mga special cat treats siya. So,
okay,
he's
good.
very, he's very looking wise.
May girlfriend ba yan? May girlfriend na?
Bakit hahanapan ba natin?
Hindi kasi hindi ba malungkot ang buhay niya? Happy na ba siya sa Reman family?
I think he goes, what I've heard is yung nagro-roam around siya. So, may social life po. May social life itong natin, special guest. And Raja, by the way, means prince, di ba?
Yes. Di ba? Sa atin, Raha. Ganyan, di ba? Raha, ganyan, no?
So, parang mga iba naman, kasi magdadalawang taon na tayong naka-remote bubble. Maiba-iba naman yung ating topic for today, and we brought something to add to the good vibes.
Which is very interesting, di ba? Maraming tanong ngayon. Kasi kung mag-boyfriend, mag-girlfriend kayo, paano, di ba? Baka ba yan? Kasi sa mga mag-asawa, di ba? Divorce at baka naisama yan.
Exactly.
Paano naman kung mga partners, no? So,
Exactly.
okay, well, si Raja, dyan si Raja, sasamahan ka. Now, anuhin natin ngayon? We have to acknowledge those who have, what do you call this, message us, no? Yung mga, lalo na yung una-una. Attorney, this little game that we play at the start
Yes.
of the program. Sige, let's make it, ano. Sige, go, go, go. Sino hula mo?
Si Marian Galicia Panera, I just have a gut feeling na ngayon.
Marian Galicia Panerang yung, okay, okay, alright. So, sige, direct yung ating drum roll. Sige nga, tignan nga natin kung tama si Attorney.
Ay, si Oliver Fernandez!
Oh, Oliver
Naku,
Fernandez.
sorry,
Uy,
Oliver.
haba na
I'm
message
so
ni Oliver,
sorry.
Attorney eh.
Sabi ni Naku, sorry Oliver sa couch to
Oo.
5K na tingnan natin yung update niya. Basahin ko na ba?
Sige, Attorney, go, go, go.
Hello and happy Tuesday, Attorney Donna, Kuya Sonny, Direct Pao, and the rest of our social bubbles.
Yes.
Couch to 5K update every second in the treadmill makes me realize how old and mortal I am. Naku. But every step up, every hard-earned milestone on the app makes me feel closer to my
Yes.
personal fountain of
Fountain of youth.
youth.
Oo.
Each hellish stage I try to conquer my mixed feelings of fear and doubt, but in the end, focus and victory take over as I
Wow.
see strands of gray hair fall off every time I wipe my sweat-soaked brow at the every completed stage. Today would be 25 straight minutes of running. Wish me luck.
Yes. Good luck.
Wow,
Good luck.
that is
Good
so
luck.
good. That's so well written, Oliver. Nako,
Yes, well written.
napaka-inspirational naman. Lahat
Oo.
tayo. I feel older this year, so I feel a little less agile,
Ano yan?
probably.
25. Oo nga. 25 yan. So that's week 7. Week 8 kasi is 28 minutes. And
Yeah.
week 9 is 9 minutes. Have you undergone that? Did you go through that process, Attorney? O ikaw talagang malakas ka na kagad? Kamukha
Ay, hindi.
it's a struggle talaga. It's really difficult.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it's
you
a
would give up in the
struggle
middle.
for me.
In the middle of a
Mhm.
run, parang gusto mo na, okay ba to? Kakayanin ko ba to?
Exactly. I absolutely empathize with that. Talagang nakaka-relate ako diyan kasi pag bumalik ako sa training, kahit gaano pa, kahit buong taon ako nagjo-gym, always hirap na hirap ako. Hirap na hirap ako to to move, to keep running all the time for a period of time. But yung satisfaction mo when you can just see your endurance getting
Yes.
better every
Iba.
week.
Oo.
Talagang yun yung favorite feeling ko with
Oo.
training. Ang favorite part ko actually when I was running long distance was the training part. Yung struggle mo and then that realization, oh nga, no, I'm stronger than I actually thought. I can do this, which I probably thought I can't 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And yun mismo, that for me, yun yung pinaka gusto kong achievement, kumbaga, o take away dun sa ano na yon, sa experience na yon. That mental barrier crumbling, that is so empowering. Yung own personal na barrier mo, psychological barrier mo of what you can and cannot do. And isa yan sa whether couch to 5K or whether you're doing another form of endurance. I think at the end of the day, if you're continuously breaking down those personal psychological barriers, that's very empowering.
You've done marathons, Attorney, no? You've done mga longer runs. When you run, for example, a marathon or any be it a 5K or a 10K or whatever it is, no? Continuous running ba yan? Or do you stop to walk for a while?
Hindi talaga. I think it's more of I will try to run as much as I can.
Okay.
Probably continuously. You've got to know your body. Yung body ko is my lungs open up after 10K, after 15K. So I need to try to at least get to a rhythm for the first 30 minutes to an hour. And then when I get to the rhythm, andun na, they say you find your legs. Yun yung sinasabi nila. You find your legs. And then you just keep, kahit walk lang yan, kahit sobrang slow na wrong, what's most important is you keep going. And I always say na it's quite a good metaphor for life. When you think it's such a hard task, a hard rough patch of your life. The most important thing is even if you slow down a little bit, you keep going and you look at your next milestone. And ako yung pagpagod na ako, sinasabi ko sa sarili ko, ay, pag nakita ko yung puno na yon, dun ako pag na-reach ko yung puno na yon, I'll give myself a little sip of water, or I'll stop for about 5 seconds just to catch my breath. And it goes like that. It's just going from
Okay.
yung kung ano makikita mo sa horizon mo, from one to another, until yung akala mo
Okay.
46 kilometers,
Wow,
you've done it 1 kilometer 46 times. If you break it
Wow.
down to
Oo nga.
digestible bits, it's not so
Ah,
daunting.
so that's your strategy, attorney. No? So as you parang ano na, no, assessing parang ayun yun. If I reach that, parang I give myself a bit of a ano ba, hindi naman price, ano ba ang tawag doon? Parang ano, di ba? Ito,
Yeah,
a
a
treat, oh,
treat
drink
or
ako rito,
yeah,
o ganyan, oo. Tapos, so, tama yung sinabi mo, you're breaking it down to 46, probably 46 different, ayun, yun yung susunod ko. Ayun,
exactly.
pag narating mo naman, you feel like, uy, okay na, nakarating na. Sige, the next
Yeah.
one. Hanggang, before you know it, nandun ka na sa finish line, no? May
Exactly.
medal ka na. May medal
Exactly.
ba yan? May medal ba kayo?
May
Kamukha naman kayo
medal.
si...
Yun ang pinaka nakakatuwa yung
Oo, may
medal
medal
tsaka
pa.
yung t-shirt.
Wow, parang
Yung
si
medal
Emmeline
tsaka
Rafael,
yung
ah. Oo,
t-shirt.
oo.
It's
Wala,
such a high. It's such a high. And wala ka,
galing.
you're not really looking at competing. Hindi ako professional semi-pro. Hindi talaga. I'm just trying to get to the finish line. So, pag nakalagpas na ako, it's more of like competing with
Yeah.
yourself, yung mental fortitude mo. So when you cross the finish line, tuwan-tuwa ka para din sa lahat ng nag-cross ng finish line,
Yes, yes.
finish line with you. So it's really a community, yung community experience noon, yung atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
nakakatuwa. Marathon runners, yung mga fun run, even the fun run na participants, Emmeline Rafael would have probably experienced this. Yung andon collectively, lahat kayo trying to get through quite a very hard
Yeah.
task.
Well,
Kakaibang experience.
tama yung sinabi mo, no? Parang yung personal, you're not trying to be a an athlete, no? Yung sarili mo lang, improving on what you have, developing, and that's it. Like ano pa nito, si Oliver. Okay lang yan, di ba? Basta sarili mo yan, better than nothing, better than before, no? Yung dati mong walang
Yes.
wala kang, if you didn't take up the C2 5K na yan, hindi ka mag-i-improve doon. Mahirap talaga. Pero, in the end, pag narating ka mga ni attorney, pag narating niya na yung finish line, parang kasama mo na rin yung mga ibang naka-finish line na yung feeling that euphoric ka na rin doon, di ba? Parang wow, na-achieve natin, no? Nagsimula tayo 46 miles away, or kilometers ba o miles?
46 kilometers,
Kilometers. Oh, okay.
26.2 miles. Yeah, so
Ayan,
I had that
wow.
experience sa Hamburg, one of my favorite ever na race. So,
Mm,
sabay na kami, random person, si Dortse. Hi, Dortse, kaibigan ko pa rin siya sa Facebook eh.
good,
And this
good.
was 4 years now, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. All
Sabay
right.
lang kami, hindi namin kilala yung isa't isa. Sabay lang kaming nag-umpisa sa Hamburg. Smile lang kami. Good luck, good luck. And then we went through 46 kilometers. Sometimes nakikita ko siya, okay, go for it, nearly there. But yung particular experience na yon, yung Hamburg na race na yon, we had 4 seasons. We had hail, we had
Wow.
sunshine.
During the run?
During the run, we had
Wow, challenging pala yan, ah.
we had rain. We had rain. We started with the rain. We had, as I said, hail. We
Hail?
had
Ito yung
sunshine.
mga bato-bato? Parang bato-batong
Bato
ice? Oo, ice?
Binato kami.
Okay.
And she's been running it for a number of years. And sabi niya, isa daw yun sa pinaka-challenging na year because of the weather. And we ended up finishing probably within about almost the same. And hindi namin without thinking about it, when we crossed the finish line, we looked at each other and we hugged each other. We hugged each other
Oh.
and we said, "Oh my God, hindi ako magaling, hindi ako marunong mag-German. She can sort of speak a little bit of English, pero that was very special for me. I can never forget that. And we hindi mo kami we never saw each other again, but we're still friends on Facebook.
That's good.
We
Good.
still
That,
say
that
hello.
was the thing that you got connected by that, no? The journey, the challenge of that marathon, no, sa Hamburg. So yan.
Exactly.
Tuloy mo lang, Oliver, no? Si Oliver lang,
Tuloy mo,
tuloy-tuloy lang yan.
Oliver. Saludo kami
25 na
sa'yo.
siya, so 28, 20, tas 30 minutes, nako, tapos na. Tuloy-tuloy,
Tapos
tas yung
na.
continuation na yun.
Nearly
Oo.
there.
Ayan. Okay, teka muna. Sino pa ba? Sige, paanin natin, attorney. Yung mga iba pang direct, pakiano nga. Ayan. Uy, ito na yun
Si
sa'yo.
Maureen.
Oo. Hindi, sayang, hindi natin napahula kayo,
Si
attorney.
Marian. Galing
Marian,
siya.
yes, Marian, ha? Ikaw ang bet
Hello
ni
po.
attorney, for tonight, no? Siyempre, ano naman, nakatuwaan lang naman yan. Hindi naman namin malalaman kung sino mauuna sa inyo, no? But yeah, okay. Marian, sige, go, go, go. Yes, attorney.
Hello po, magandang gabi po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Donna, at sa lahat, happy Tuesday po, and stay safe, and God bless po. Wow,
Yes, Marian,
Galicia
mabuhay ka, ha?
Paner.
Marian, Galicia
Yeah,
Paner.
ang cute naman yan. Si Ma'am
Uy,
Cora.
Uy,
Hello, Sir
condolence,
Sonny.
kay Ma'am Cora, ha? Di ba yung
Ang
kanyang
Cora,
ate ba niya, 74 years old yata, ano, sister niya,
I'm so
passed
sorry,
away. Oo,
Ma'am
oo.
Cora. The
Ma'am
deepest
Cora,
condolences po,
oo.
deepest sympathies to the whole family.
The family,
And
yes.
magandang gabi, Ma'am Cora. It's a
Good evening.
pleasure na makita kayo dito, even though, it's a bit tough ang pinagdadaanan ng family ngayon. So, it's good to have you here, Ma'am Cora.
Ayan. Si Ma'am Cora, one of the, siguro, prettiest teachers, no? Sa grade school sa Notre. Ayan. Very pretty. Beautiful.
It's
Okay.
Rudy
Rudy Libroho.
Lebroho.
Oh.
Happy Tuesday po. Happy Tuesday,
Happy Tuesday,
Rudy.
Rudy, no? Mabuhay
Happy
ka, no?
Tuesday.
Ayan. Mabuhay ka, Rudy, ha? Uy,
Oh,
ito.
Ma'am Emeline Rafael, talking about
Wow.
Ma'am Emeline Rafael and her achievements
Oo
sa
nga,
Dubai,
grabe.
talking about running. Hello, good
Running,
evening, Sonny and Attorney Donna. Happy Tuesday to you both and everyone. At naka-all cup, so okay lang. Si Ma'am Emeline.
Yes. Kailan na kaya ang dating niya? Kailan ang dating mo nga pala, Emily? Ikaw ba'y nandito na sa UK? Or nandiyan ka pa sa Abu Dhabi, no? Mukha yatang diyan ka na nag-enjoy ka na dyan sa mga, ano ba, desierto, no? O sa buhangin, ano ba pangalan niya?
Pababa na yung cases natin dito, So,
Oo nga. Oo,
hopefully we'll
ganun.
see Ma'am Emeline soon.
Hopefully sana, no? Magkaluwag-luwag na, no? Okay, next, sino ang susunod natin? Uy, si Rudy yata. Rudy, oh yes.
Rudy says, masayang Tuesday po, magandang Attorney Donna, and Sir romantikong DJ ng UK and multi-talented Sir Edgar, and lovely Direct Paula and all viewers. Stay safe from Team Libroho.
Mabuhay
Thank you,
ang Team Libroho, ha?
Mabuhay
Mabuhay kayo,
Yes.
ha? Mabuhay ang Team Libroho, si Mia. And everybody, no? Yes.
Si M.
M. Sino si M?
Si Marian Galicia Paner ba to? Dahil
Si
YouTube,
Maria Galicia Paner, ikaw ba yan?
Marian Galicia Paner
Oo,
ata
nasa
to. Hello
YouTube.
po. Yes, exactly. Hello po, magandang gabi po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Donna, at sa lahat. Happy Tuesday po, and stay safe, and God bless us po. That's
Ayan.
nice. Thank
Oo.
you.
Wait,
Congratulations, John and Duai family.
Oh,
That's
Duay
from
family, oo. Oo, yan. Oo.
Libroho. Yan.
Ayan,
Dito,
okay,
dito
si-
celebrate natin yung milestones together
Mm-mm.
Ayan. Over the moon daw si Edgar. Magandang gabi
yes,
sa
siyempre.
lahat mga classmates sa Dagdag Kaalaman Day. I'm
Siyempre.
over the moon. Proud father.
Proud father yan. Siyempre, bro, meron kang... Yan ba unang graduate na ng university? Si John ba? Siguro, ano?
I think, hindi. May
May nauna
nakita
ka ba?
akong graduation din nung earlier
dati.
Earlier
okay
this
pa.
year.
Imagine mo yung dalawa na yan, no? Simpleng-simple lang, Irene and si Edgar. And yet, ito na nakapagtapos na sila ng dalawang, pero ang dalawang anak nila, no? Pero nakakatuwa naman kasi rito. Dito naman kasi, hindi ka mukha sa Pilipinas talagang magpapakamatay ka magtrabaho. Dito naman, may mga loans yan, di ba? Student loans.
Yeah, pero ano pa rin, malaki pa rin yung kumbaga commitment at effort na kailangan from parents. And this is, hearing other parents dito ha.
Wow.
Talagang although iba yung system from Philippines, saludo pa rin, ano pa rin, saludo pa rin, sa lahat ng parents na nakapagtapos
Yeah, yung achievement.
ng mga anak dito sa UK. So yeah,
Yeah.
very
Mabuhay
proud.
Edgar. Ha? We're proud of you
Buhay
talaga.
kayo.
And Irene, si Irene yan. Dalawa yan. Siyempre, pag
And Irene.
hindi naman pwedeng si Edgar lang, hindi pwedeng si Irene lang. Okay. Okay. Uy, si Marian galing sa Paner.
I like your dress, Attorney Donna, gorgeous, and Kuya Sonny, smart clothes, and direct pa. Nako, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Marian.
Marian.
Thank you, Marian.
Anong kulay na suot mo, attorney? Is that black or navy blue or anong kulay?
Ay, hindi, black po tayo ngayon.
Black yan,
tayo.
black.
Ito
Oh,
natin
okay.
si Radha. Ayan.
Si Rada black din, di ba? Si Rada, ayan.
Naka-black
Okay.
din si Radha. Skirt suit ako.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Ayan.
Naantok
You
pa
mentioned
yung
kanina,
bisita
gym.
ko.
You mentioned gym, attorney. You go to the gym regularly?
No, not these. I'll be honest, not these days. Not as I would. I used to. But
Okay.
dumami ang trabaho. At I used to have COVID as an excuse. Wala na ngayon. But I should go back.
Teka muna, yung gym mo, is it part of yung parang uniform ka na kimono ba yan? O yung parang kulay blue ba yan? Blue yung suot na, di ba? May suot kang parang
Yes, yung jiu-jitsu.
martial arts,
Yes.
jiu-jitsu uniform mo, di ba?
Yes, that's yung martial arts gym. So meron pa rin ako
Iba pa
doon.
yung gym na martial arts, iba pa yung regular gym. So dalawang gym
May
mo.
ano lang, sa building po namin, may maliit kami na gym. May maliit kami na,
Wow, galing.
na common, which is really good. I should probably,
So kasama na yan. Kumbaga, you don't have to pay extra for that, no? Kasama na
Yeah,
sa parang
Yeah.
sa ano ba ang tag doon? Kung ano man yung, meron ba? I don't know kung anong may tawag mo kami. May fee kayo for common,
Part na ng rent ng lahat, your use of that may yoga studio. Dati may yoga kasi may extra bayad. Pero yung maganda doon, maliit lang. It's not walang masyadong komplikasyon yung gym na yon. But meron silang treadmill, may
okay.
weights. And I bought myself a kettlebell. So dinala ko doon inano ko na lang for everyone's use. Ako yung hindi nakabalik. So
Alright.
I've been a couple of times and then I got busy. But yeah, I've been meaning to come back.
Pero kompleto ba? Maganda ba?
Talaga.
Do they have marami-rami na equipment dyan sa inyo? Sa gym nyo?
Enough na po to
Treadmills?
enough na
Ayan.
to maintain fitness. Enough
Very
naman. It's good. Minsan pagbalik niyo na Sol, dalhin kita dun sa It's actually a decent na room.
Nice.
Wala masyadong gumagamit Ilang beses na ako
Really,
napunta. Ako lang
Wow.
mag-isa.
Okay.
Walang gustong mag-gym dun sa building namin.
Okay. Hindi kaya dahil sa COVID? Hindi naman siguro, no?
Probably. I think it was it was
Parang
not.
you're trying to
kahit
avoid one
noon,
another. Although maluwag na sa mga gyms yata, di ba? You can, minsan hindi na nagmamask yung mga tao, di ba?
Yeah, hindi
Pero
na
that's good. That's good. At least,
Yeah.
kaya mong, ikaw pwede kang mag-solo doon, no? Pwede kang mag-ano.
Yeah, nakakatawa kasi parang feeling mo sa'yo yung maliit na room na yun. So
Tama.
that's actually kind of good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Edgar is greeting us, no? Siya, nasa work pala si Edgar.
Yeah.
It was negative 1 this morning sa lugar ko, no? Dito sa Southwest London, negative 1. I don't know dyan sa inyo sa Bedford, no? Malamig
Yeah,
ba?
sa amin, nag--3 overnight. It was very cold, very frosty.
Wow.
Frosty lahat kumbaga lahat ng mga grass outside. Lumalamig na naman. Ngayon,
Okay.
5 degrees.
5 degrees, so nga, 5, no? Well, malamig,
5
mababa
din
pa
kami.
rin, no? Imagine mo yan.
Baba pa rin.
So, ayan.
Yeah.
Okay. Meron pa ba tayo direct? Let's have a break na muna. Ganun ba? Let's,
Right.
okay. Oli, sino to? Good luck, Oli. Edgar, good. Okay. Bumabati si
From
Oli.
Edgar.
Hindi ko Oli nalilito ako sa ano. Sino bumati? Si Oli ba o si ano? Edgar,
Ab-
baka congratulations.
Or baka
Oli.
galing kay Edgar. Nag-good
Edgar.
luck siya kay Oliver.
Kay Oli.
Yeah,
Kay Oliver. Yeah, yes, you're right. Oli ba ang ano niya? Nickname? Bakita mo nga sila magpa-friends
Si
na lahat,
Edgar, close na close eh.
Oo, close. Oliver pala. Oli na ang nickname, no? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, attorney, so we're gonna be, ito na yung, kasi andyan si Raja, special guest natin.
Yes.
And so we're gonna be talking about itong pet and chattel mortgage ownership disputes. Ayan. So, ayan, si Raja, nako. Busog yan, kaya medyo nagpapahinga-pahinga, oo. Ayan, bakit? Ayan, cute na cute siya, ang ganda, no? Nakakatuwa ng kanyang kulay, no? So, ayan. Mabait. Good.
Kaya po tayo.
Like I said, I grew up with cats, no? Sa lola ko kasi, lahat ng pusa namin, puro Ming, no? Isa lang ang pangalan. Okay, we're gonna have a short break at pag-uusapan natin yung mga tulad ng mga nag-aagawan, naglalaban, may disputes, no? Diyan sa mga pets din, no? Katulad ni Raja. So, we're gonna have a short break at kami ni Attorney Dana Quinto ay magbabalik saglit po lamang. Huwag ko kayong alis.
Mula doon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%, all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
May problema ka ba sa landlord mo? Baka EV ka na ni Kuya. May problema sa mga kapitbahay, sa trabaho. O kaya naman kay Mister o kay Mrs. Away tungkol sa mala, mga may utang, mga aksidente, daing o laban sa ospital or sa NHS. Harassment? O baka naman may stalker ka na gusto mong ireklamo? Punta na sa DV Solicitors para matulungan ka pagdating sa mga litigations at iba pang mga legal concerns. DV Solicitors at 2nd floor, Howard House, St. John Street, Bedford, MK42 0DJ. Tumawag sa 01234-350-244 or 01234-225-188 o kaya naman mag-email sa d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com. Visit our website at www.dvsolicitors.com.
Attention sa mga healthcare personnel, ikaw ba ay naghahanap ng trabaho sa healthcare na may magandang sahod, flexible na shift at mahusay na working conditions? Kung oo ang sagot mo, KNR Care ang bahala sa iyo. Kami ay kasulukuyang naghahanap ng mga general nurses, specialist nurses, healthcare assistants, support workers at mga carers. Makipag-ugnayan sa amin ngayon para sa agarang pagsisimula, alamin ang iba't ibang opportunities sa KNR Care dito sa Greater London area. Tumawag sa 0208-154-3009 o mag-email sa info@krcare.co.uk. KNR Care, okay to, kabayan!
Tapos yan niluluto ko Paborito ko yan.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, balik ko tayo sa ating programang Legal Advice Corner. Ako po si Sonny Laragan on a Tuesday evening ho dito ho sa Filipino TV Europe, no? Ayan, meron tayong special guest kasama no ating pinakamamahal na abogada, no? Ayan, okay, once again, syempre, good evening once again, attorney.
Nung tinawag.
Biglang nawala.
Natulog. Kanina pa siya andyan siya. Natulog
Ayan,
na naman siya.
Hello. Ayan, si Raj. Ay, gising na, attorney, Ayan, gising na. Medyo nakatingin na sa'yo.
Gising na.
Oo,
Gising na
nakatingin
siya.
ba o medyo nakapikit pa rin?
Nakatingin. Ayaw tumingin. Natulog. Hindi daw siya.
Natulog ulit. Oo.
Magtrabaho daw
Ayan.
muna ako.
Ayan, so yan na pag-uusapan natin.
Dinala na
Pag-uusapan
namin
natin.
for good vibes. Share namin
Yes.
yung good vibes ng pet na to. And, lahat tayo, di ba? I think Edgar has two dogs, a few,
Wow.
I'm
May
sure a
dogs
few
ba
of
si
our
Edgar?
viewers.
Wow.
Yeah, may dog si
Wow.
Edgar. Yeah, family dog siguro nila. So, a lot of us either had pets in the past or have pets now, very close to our
Yes.
pets, or want to have pets like me. And as I've said to you, i-share ko yung experience ko in litigation, both family law and litigation, na people feel very, very strongly sa pets nila and nadadamay minsan sa breakdown ng relationship, divorce, nadadamay yung mga pets dun sa debate kung sino ang mag-aalaga o kanino mapupunta yung family pet ng isang either ng mag-boyfriend, you mentioned, paano yun, mag-boyfriend o girlfriend, yung pareho nilang inalagaan, or minsan, it's been a long-standing family pet and then nag-divorce, what happened there, or, a group of you housemates, minsan mga housemates, they said, oh, can we get a pet? We'll share everything. Ano mangyayari kung, suddenly there was a breakdown of relationship and people say, well, siya yung pinaka-close sa akin, si Raja yung pinaka-maamo sa akin. What is it that they can do to deal with this type of issues? And then, ang sequel ng topic na yan is, as I've said, pets are treated as chattel here in the UK, or personal property. Some people may feel, wait, bakit ganun? Property ba sila? They're a family member. But for legal purposes, for the legal discussion, that's the treatment. Ganon ang identification sa kanila. In the same way as pinag-aawayan din, from my experience, pinagdidebatehan, the division of, these personal property from sofa, table, arts, which could be paintings, valuable paintings, car, jewelry, heirlooms. These are items na sa tingin mo nga, kanino mapupunta yan? Paano kapag nag-away kami ng housemate ko? Paano namin, anong gagawin namin dun sa sofa na lahat kami bumili? Or, when you're in a separation or divorce proceeding, what's going to happen with furnishings of the home? That's one of the things that we ask clients to to try to deal with between themselves. And ito yung favorite question, may ilang beses mo na tinanong sa akin to, Mr. Laragan, paano kapag engagement lang and binigyan ng engagement ring? And hindi natuloy yung kasal. Kanino yung engagement ring? We will answer that later. Tuloy ko na ba, Mr. Laragan? Tuloy na ba
Yes,
ito?
tuloy mo na. Oo nga, tama. That's quite interesting,
ha?
Hindi lang mga pets, no? Very interesting yan, no? Very cute ang ating topic for tonight. Plus, yan, nasabi mo nga, pati yung mga sing-sing na halimbawa, yun nga, parang, diba, hindi natuloy yung wedding. Paano na ngayon yun? So,
Yes.
I'm quite intrigued, no? Paano nga ba, no? So, it is a very interesting topic for tonight, no? Sige, take it away, attorney. Sige, go.
Thank you. So, ang aking special guest ay natulog ulit, so hindi ko muna siya papakita. But talking about pets, that's the reason why Raja is here, to to give us, to make us remember, ano nga ba yung naramdaman natin when we had that favorite pet, when we had a favorite dog, yung favorite natin na animal growing up. You know, we all feel attached to them. Lahat tayo, inaalagaan sila. You know, lahat, pag may sakit sila, you know, we all feel quite anxious, concerned. And the same thing, anong mangyayari kung yung family pet, kung wala na yung family, you know, if there's a breakdown of relationship, if there's a breakdown of you know, of agreements sometimes, hindi lang to sa mga mag-asawa, mag-boyfriend, girlfriends, or magkakaibigan. Sometimes may mga may mga agreements na, sige, total, ikaw naman, papahiram ko muna yung pet ko sa'yo. Sige, tingnan natin kung okay yung aso. You know, maybe we can talk about transferring the ownership later on. I've been asked to advise as a lawyer here in the UK on a number of pet litigation disputes. Hindi lang dahil sa divorce, as I've said, just general upfront dispute. Ang unang tinatanong sa akin, you know, ano ba ang treatment sa kanila? What are, ano ba ang titingnan ng korte kung sasabihin, kung if you're going to be asked kung who owns the pet, how are we going to deal with this? So as I've said earlier, they're treated as chattel or personal property. No offense meant, Raja. That's how they're treated, you know, like cars, like possessions, like paintings, they're treated like that. Dogs, as I've gathered, they're normally registered. I think even sa Pilipinas may mga birth certificate yung mga aso to give a background sa pedigree nila and yung chain of ownership. So in the same way, dito sa UK, may mga registration sa Kennel Club and may mga microchip rather, na doon nakalagay kung saan yung address nung pet na yon and sino yung may-ari. So that's one of the first thing that we ask. Pag may lalapit sa akin, pinag-aawayan namin kung sino talaga may-ari ng pet na to. The first thing that we ask is, kanino rehistrado yung aso or yung pusa? Or sometimes I've had instances not necessarily pet, but horses, which is quite expensive. Horses sometimes have horse passports, so that could be the indication of who owns them. So yun ang unang titingnan natin as we do yung paper trail, sino ang nandoon sa papeles. But sometimes hindi always ganun ka straightforward dahil nasa pangalan man ng isang tao pero ang totoong nag-aalaga yung a different person, yung nagbibigay ng pagkain, nagbabayad ng vet bills, kung sino yung naka-name sa vet insurance or sa veterinarian records. Sometimes that's also indicative kung sino talaga yung day-to-day na nag-aalaga at nag-aaruga at nagme-maintain ng pet na yan. So we also ask that, if we ask them, bakit wala ka sa papeles? What happened? Ano ba yung pinag-usapan nyo? You know, what is it that you agreed upon between yourselves? So we ask that as well. Sometimes hindi ganun ka-clear cut, so we ask them to mediate. Namin, baka naman pwede yung pag-usapan. Kasi what we know is hindi natin pwedeng ibenta yung property na yan. That chattel, hindi natin pwedeng ibenta at hatian ninyong dalawa. It's not possible. Obviously, you have emotional attachment dun sa pet. So what we say is try to mediate. If you can maybe share custody as well, and that will save you both a lot of time and a lot of resources. There are situations na hindi talaga kaya. You know, there are situations I've had, cases na there was just a difference of opinion na hindi talaga the other party feels na, there was no agreement as to the transfer of ownership of the pet, and the other party feels the opposite. So, meron silang recourse. They have the option to go to a small claims county court dito sa UK. They can go and ask for what we call a declaration of ownership. So the court has power to say, further to their, to their jurisdiction, because this is again treated as a chattel. It's treated as a personal possession. So if there's a dispute, they can make a declaration under that. The law that they will use is what we call Tort Interference with Goods Act 1977. So for all of you law students or wannabe law students or would like to be lawyers, that's one of probably my favorite old law. You will hear it in your studies. You will. It's not commonly used now, but it's a very interesting law sa practice. It can be used for a lot of interesting cases like this. When you hear of the case law, you'll never thought na pwede mo siyang gamitin, or the name of the law rather, Tort Interference with Goods Act 1977. You'll never know na pwede mo pala siyang gamitin when you want to argue about pet ownership. So the court can make a declaration whether somebody solely owned it, ikaw lang talaga ang may-ari nitong pet na to, or they can say, from the facts of the case, from the evidence, kung talagang 50-50, kalahati yung the effort and the resources that you both have spent looking after the pet, pwede na lang sabihin din na joint in custody niyo, and they probably would say, look, you have to sort between you how you're going to split the time between the pet. And it seems like parang very similarly the same as, children custody issues, very similar sounding dispute. But yeah, from my experience, I just wanna share that. We've been here ilang months na tayo dito para maiba naman yung topic, and this is one of the interesting areas of law na nadiscover ko dito sa UK. And if you Google, may mga pet litigation solicitors then, there are other solicitors who probably do general litigation but may special interest into this type of cases. And from my experience, may talaga nangyayari. It happens side by side with divorce, side by side with breakdown of relationship, cohabitation issues. Boyfriend, girlfriend moved in together, bought a home, bought pets together, and suddenly, they have to divide everything, including dealing with pet ownership. So it's always interesting to be able to know about this law. Kung litigation lawyer ka, that's again a tip for future lawyers out there. As I've said, hindi lang ito yung ending ng topic na to, because otherwise it will be a very short Dagdag Kaalaman Day. I will go to a further, a wider topic of chattel ownership disputes. Personal properties, as I've said, car, paintings could be very, very valuable. Collections, yung mga memorabilias, furnitures, fittings, these are the things na normally, we collect as people, yung mga pinibili natin, we furnish our homes. At nagkakaroon ng dispute na about this, again, as usual, because of divorce, because of separation, because a relationship is broken down, or housemates living together and suddenly they have to split a number of things, or sometimes dahil pinamana din, sinabi sa inyo, okay, sa inyo lahat ng laman ng bahay ng lolo nyo, and ang lolo nyo ay may isang napakalaking ancestral home full of valuable Renaissance paintings. And then instead of, you get into a dispute kung sinong kukuha ng painting ni Da Vinci, sino ang kukuha, kanino mapupunta yung painting ni Renoir, who's gonna get the painting na parang print lang o copy lang, painting ni Banksy. So those are the situations where this dispute becomes a bit more, what we say, a bit more chunky, medyo interesting talaga siya dahil suddenly, hindi lang siya, sige, benta natin yung, or pwede ba mabenta or pwede bang i-share? That's two of those things that we will talk about. But first and foremost, I will answer Mr. Laragan's favorite question. Parating yung tinatanong sa akin to. Ewan ko ba bakit may gusto ka bang bawihin engagement ring noon, Mr. Laragan. But yeah, Mr. Laragan's question, I think narinig ko na din yung question na to when I was in law school many years ago. Paano kung may engagement ring na binigay on the premise na, obviously, ang tanong will you marry me, diba? Hindi naman, will you marry me, but these are the conditions and please do so. But ito yung mangyayari pag hindi. So normally yung question lang is, okay, bibigyan kita, and will you marry me? If that's the situation, sabi ng law dito sa UK, pag binigay mo yung engagement ring, the starting point, gift yan. And it's very unlikely, hindi mo na mababawi kahit hindi pa matuloy yung kasal. The only time na pwede mo siyang mabawi o may argument ka na dapat ibalik sa'yo yan is if you make it very clear na binigay mo yung ring na yan on the condition na pakakasalan ka. So unless express yan, unless yung tanong mo, and it's gonna make things very unromantic, is, will you marry me? Sa'yo yung engagement ring pero babawiin ko yan pag hindi tuloy ang kasal. If you put that into the fine print, or if you say that very clearly, then potentially pwede mong mabawi yung engagement ring. But other than, kung hindi yan, which is the case, normally is hindi naman na explicit, hindi naman sinasabi na gano'n ang kondisyon, nabigay mo na, na that's a gift, hindi mo na pwedeng mabawi. Now, pagkasal na kayo, and if you divorce, parte yan ng mga disclosure na dapat nyong ilagay dun sa tinatawag natin. I think 2 weeks ago we talked about it, yung Form E, kung saan mo ilalagay lahat ng assets and liabilities mo, especially kung very valuable yung gem, engagement ring, marriage, yung wedding ring, wedding band. If in Form E, you have to disclose assets worth more than personal assets worth more than £500. So you probably have to put jewelry worth X there. So potentially, part siya ng hatian kung divorce kayo, but kung engaged kayo, hindi mo na mababawi yon kung nabigay mo at hindi mo sinabi na ang condition ng pagbibigay na yan ay kung pakakasalan mo lang ako. So that's the long answer of that question na naririnig natin, probably natanong na sa, natanong yan sa law school sa mga, who are law students at the moment. As I've said, yung chattel, the first question is, solely owned ba yan? The same way dun sa pinag-usapan natin kanina, unang hahanapin, it's easier, it's easier hanapin ko sino talaga yung may-ari. Most, non-pet na mga personal property, madaling i-trace kung sinong bumili, kung sino talaga yung owner o binigay ba talaga yan without any condition. If that's the case, then nabigay na yung property na yun. If it is a shared asset, yung klaro na lahat kayo nag-pitch in or pareho yung binili, you both contributed equally, ang unang question pwede nyo bang ma-share yung possession na to? Pwede ba na 50% of the time, 50% of the year, dito to sa kabilang, it's mine, and the other 50% of the other half of the year kay Mr. Laragan yon. if that's the case, then that should probably be explored. However, may mga situations na hindi na pwedeng ma-share yung possession of the property. I'll tell you mostly this arises to divorce and separation. You know, when you divorce, may sofa kayo, may all this memorabilia, all this possession that that you all bought together. You know, it's very highly unlikely na i-share niyo yung sofa niyo, i-share niyo yung dining table na binili niyo, or these paintings. It wouldn't transport very well, half the time dun sa kabila or half the time dun sa kabila. Now, the next question is how you're going to divide it. Who's going to value it? Who's going to, kung valuable paintings ba yan, who's going to insure it? So, in this situation, for that is yung example ko, what we normally say is, kung shared owners kayo ng mga properties, we're talking about person, hindi to land, hindi to bahay, lupa. We're talking about personal possessions here. We say, try to mediate. Kasi, minsan, and we've had this in family law, yung pinag-aawayan nila, and I agree sometimes, I accept sometimes may sentimental value talaga yung mga bagay-bagay, yung pinag-aawayan nila, yung ginastos nila sa abogado para pag-awayan, yung kumbaga yung chair o yung picnic table na yon, mas mahal pa kesa dun sa pinag-aaway. We always have to advise our client to take a step back, isipin muna kung proportionate ba yung pinag-aawayan natin. So we try to mediate, we try to tell them, look, let's value things, who wants this, who wants that, how can we divide the furnitures and fittings of the former matrimonial home, or how can we or would all parties agree to sell it? Kailangan unanimous ang decision to sell it. Kasi kung hindi unanimous yung decision, mahihirapan. The law may not be able to force joint owners on personal property to sell it. So the emphasis is to deal with the division of these personal possessions. Kung collection sila, makita who's gonna have which one. Practical, as I've said, the practical application of this is in matrimonial proceedings, or minsan mga cohabitation, yun ang pinag-awayan. What I can say, and we say this, ito yung parang semi-application naman sa mga prenup, para maiwasan ang miscommunication or misinterpretation of intentions later on. If you're going to make a valuable purchase, hindi naman yung bawat purchase nyo, bumili kayo ng chopping board, pag-aawayan nyo pa kung sino makakakuha after. I think, common sense naman, if you're making specially expensive purchases jointly, it's good to say kung ano mangyayari. If you're with friends, you can say, halimbawa, house share kayo, sabihin nyo, kung mag-move on man tayo, na sarili na tayo, babenta natin to lahat, and then we'll just split the proceeds. It's good to have that conversation now. Or kung talagang gusto mo yun, may sentimental value ka, you can make your intentions known as early as possible. Ang takeaway, ang moral lesson sa lahat nito is, number one, klaruhin kung ano yung intention. Always try to make it clear kung kanino, kung sino, kung ikaw ba, lalo na sa pets, Raja is agreeing with me. It's always good to make it very clear. Kung joint man kayo, kasi it's heartbreaking. I've had clients na talagang heartbroken with the thought na tatanggalin sa kanila potentially yung their ability to look after this family member. Yun ang trato nila. This is a family member. If I can't see them again, it's very heartbreaking. So the takeaway, the moral lesson is, pag-usapan. You know, if you're gonna make, you know, if you're gonna have joint endeavors together, like getting a pet together, pag-usapan nyo po, pareho po kayong nasa papeles, at pareho nyong iklaro ang expectation nyo na kahit anumang mangyari, you're gonna be both joint owners of the pet. The same thing with other personal possessions. Have the discussion now para less arguments later. So that's really our topic for today. Dagdag kaalaman day. I hope it's a bit interesting. I hope it's a bit different. Meron tayong kung ano-anong mga examples at meron ba tayong props today who is still sleeping. So, Nadia, any further thoughts?
Wow,
Wala. Tulog na tulog
cute naman ribbon niya, kulay blue, no, attorney, no?
Meron siyang, yan yung kanyang tie. Raja agrees.
Tayo niya, galing. Hello.
Hello.
Meron ako sound yan eh. Meow, ganon, ngiyaw, di ba? Ngiyaw. Kaya meow. Sa Amerikano, meow eh, no? Ngiyaw. Sa Pilipinas, ngiyaw. Naantok pa.
Napagod sa trabaho. But that's you know, what do you think, Mr. Laragan? You find that
maganda yung mga take, what you were talking about the engagement ring. Pagka hindi natuloy, it is a gift. Sabi mo, no? Dito, parang ganon. At hindi na mababawi. Pero, mababawi mo siya, in a way, pag nag-divorce kayo, naging mag-asawa kayo. Parang ganon yata, no? So,
potentially
ba? Kasama dyan sa may yung mga i-declare ninyo, di ba?
I-declare.
Oo.
Kung gusto mong mabaw, kung gusto mo talagang maging conditional yung pagbibigay mo ng engagement ring sa wedding, sabihin mo na sa'yo lang to pag nagpakasal tayo. Unfortunately, you have to make that clear. Also, unfortunately, it would sound quite unromantic. So,
hindi romantic yan, pero siguro sa mga sobrang yaman na tao, yung mga talaga mayaman tapos parang nakakuha ng
milyon,
babae yung kanyari, parang trophy wife niya o gusto niya maging trophy wife, siguro pwede siguro, hey,
if you're
marry you,
buying,
but if you agree on it, siguro pwede. Pero
I mean, if it's
romantic
worth 10 million pounds, no, I mean, some diamonds would probably be worth like that. That conversation might have to happen. Kung ganun talaga, milyones talaga na engagement rin niya. I don't know. I mean, tanungin natin viewers, what do you think about that?
What do you think? Kamukha kanina, may advice ka na kung maliit lang, kung ano lang, mga osilya lang o mga pinag-aawayan yung mga bagay-bagay, wag na lang kasi kung maglo-lawyer lang kayo, mas malaki gastos, no?
Exactly, mas malaki pa.
Pero going back to sa engagement ring, pwede pa parang muna, sirkonyan muna. Ay, ano muna tayo. Pero pag kinasal tayo, may papalitan ko ng tunay na parang lang to, parang no, pwede rin gano'n, no? Di ba? Pwede rin. Which made me thinking, attorney, kasi we're gonna, yung SONNY LARAGAN show, we're gonna go back kasi I went for a break muna dahil, magandang topic yan, ang tanong sa babae, kung sakaling bigyan ka ng engagement ring at hindi kayo matuloy, ikaw ba'y makokonsensya o hindi?
Very good.
Diba? Sa sarili mo, diba? Pwede rin di bang magmalaki ka na, total tuloy, hindi, soli ko. Or on the other hand naman, teka muna, regalo mo to, technically, akin to.
And technically, mananalo sila sa law. Exactly. And yun ang interesting part. Mananalo pag sinabi nila, I wanna keep it. Panalo yung babae sa batas.
So it's best really if you have to really buy something na medyo of value, you have to have it, pag-usapan nyo and jointly purchase it together para at least, di ba? Para
yes.
Mas, okay.
Diba?
Oo, maganda yun. Mas maliwanag. Okay, wow. Teka muna, may tanong yata tayo dito, attorney. Bago batiin ko yung aking sweetheart kasi anniversary namin bukas.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary namin
Happy anniversary!
Ni Mary Sol, ayan. Pero
message, speech.
Well, yeah, well, nakakatuwa naman. It's been many years, so nakakatuwa. It's diba? It's been Spain, UK, and so many places that we've been through, for the past many years na pala, no? So anniversary namin ni Sol tomorrow. Okay, well, may tanong lang tayo bago tayo.
Happy anniversary, Sol.
Happy anniversary, ayan. She's made my life then, no? Talagang kumbaga riyan, parang ano ba tayo, sandigan din natin yan, ano? It's nice if you have somebody you share things with, di ba? Ganon eh. So happy anniversary, ha? Wherever you are. Wherever you are. Happy anniversary. Okay, mamaya babatiin ko ulit siya pag ending nating show. But may tanong muna tayo dito. Ayan, may question lang dito. Siguro parang mga very innocent question lang to. Sige, go ahead, attorney. Pakibasa lang. May idea ka ba dito?
Good evening, Attorney Donna and Sir Sonny. Tanong ko lang po kung pwede po ba akong bumili ng lupa sa atin, Pilipinas, kahit hindi na po ako Filipino citizen. Kung pwede po, ano pong tips yung pwede niyong maibigay sa akin or yung mga dapat ko pong i-consider bago bumili? Maraming salamat po. More power. Nako, my answer is going to be probably very short. I'm not allowed to give advice sa Filipino jurisdiction kasi hindi po ako licensed to practice in the Philippines. Hindi po ako lawyer sa Philippines. I'm a lawyer in the UK. I think the best thing to do is to reach out sa a lawyer in the Philippines who can best give you the advice. Or sa embassy, exactly, sa embassy. And ask them for it. Kung dati ka pong, and my only additional thought, which is probably not, kasi marunong siya mag-Tagalog eh. So I'm going to assume that at some point you were Filipino. Pwede ka pong mag-dual citizen ngayon.
Yun nga. I was about to say that.
Yun ang problema. Ang problema is about citizenship at, and I think and madali lang. I became dual citizen a few months after nung naging British ako, and it was quite an easy process. And nakakatuwang bumalik ulit sa ating citizenship. So
okay.
I think as a Filipino lawyer and consider dual citizenship for long term. If time constraint yung problema, I think still consider dual citizenship for long term.
Lupa yata, kailangan talaga Filipino citizen, no? Pero kung mga kondo-kondo lang po, pwede ka nang maski hindi ka Filipino citizen.
I think kung foreigners can own a condo, I think from my, this is not a legal advice. This is a general reading ng, kumbaga na isang Filipino layman, if you may. Yun din ang pagkakaalam ko. So kung lupa, baka kailangan mong kumuha ng dual ulit.
Ayan. Well, maganda tong topic natin, no? Very cute, attorney, no? Ngayon ko lang nalaman, yung mga kabayo pala, may passport din pala, no? Akala ko yung mga dogs, may mga passport yan. Si ano ba, may passport? Si Raja?
Ba, Raja?
Di ba, yan ba yung nadadala din ba sa outside of the country? Siya ba yung nakapasyal na?
I think
abroad
hindi pa siya nadadala outside of the country. But yeah, just without breaking confidentiality, been many years ago. One of the documents isang consent order na draft ko. And knowing, horses are quite expensive na, the property. They've reached a deal and we had to make it explicit who's gonna get which horse, and the horse was identified, I think by a horse passport number, or sinabi who's gonna take possession of the horse passport number. Yun din, bagong trivia din sa akin nun. At that time, nagulat din ako, may passport pala ang horses.
So, ang paper trail. So, yung passport could be a paper trail to say,
exactly.
Who's paying for the vet. Yun ang mga examples na binigay mo.
Exactly.
So, yun ang mga indications or indicators na, kanino talaga? Ganon.
Exactly.
Ayun, Well, nakakatuwa mga pag-aari, mga kabayo, pusa, aso, no?
Engagement ring.
Siguro mas engagement ring, oo. Hindi mo na pwedeng bawiin ko pagka binigay mo. Pero yun nga, kung isolid, konsensyahin mo na lang, no? Dahil yun lang ang problema mo, no?
Advice ni Mr. Laragan, bigyan mo daw ng zirconia muna.
Zirconia muna kung pwede, di ba? Kasi nga parang di ba? Zirconia, parang a cheaper version, parang glass na na parang diamond.
That's right.
So yeah, well, hindi mo alam kasi, it becomes unromantic if you say, hey, di ba, parang Parang ang layo na. Baka turn off, di ba? These are things that would turn off
It's a bit
probably a
awkward,
woman,
ha?
di ba?
Oo nga.
Oo,
It's a
awkward,
bit
di ba?
awkward kasi balik mo
Pwede-
ha, pag hindi
Oo.
natuloy, parang ang awkward naman nun kasi 'di ba sobrang saya ng lahat ng tao, nakikita mo 'to sa mga proposal videos, ang saya-saya nila. Biglang ganun yung conversation niya. It's gonna be their call. I think at the end of the day, sabi mo nga, depende siguro sa sitwasyon. It depende sa sa circumstances nila. But I think yung most important is andun yung knowledge nila kung ano yung mangyayari if ever hindi sila nagkaroon ng wider conversation about it.
Okay, wow. Okay. Attorney, sige, mga last mga pagbati lang natin.
Sige po, let's go.
sige, batiin lang natin tong itong kaibigan natin.
Yan. Oh, and Guy Chan is here,
Yes.
the original author ng Happy Tuesday. Sabi niya is, good evening, Mr. Laragan, Attorney Donna, and Direct Pao. Happy Tuesday to the listeners and happy Tuesday to those eating. Still working from home up to na. Naku,
Wow.
nagutom na naman ako.
Oh.
Ito pala yung talking about, ito yung
Pagkain.
Ano
Yung parang
yung-
chewy, ano yung sabi mo, yung parang treat niya? Treats?
dreamies. Yeah, yan yung treat niya. And dreamies. Yan yung kanina ko pang
Wow.
pinapakain sa
Pero,
kanya.
ano yan, attorney? Ano ba yan? Mga low fat, low sugar? Ano ba yung mga, di ba, baka magtabaan yan o ano?
Vitamins and minerals. So, ayun nga, no, low calorie siya. 2 calories lang daw per Ay, na ano niya. Ayun na siya.
Oo, yeah, oo, hindi, pagkain, baka nakita niya, alam niya, pagka buhay siya dahil sa pagkain niya eh. Oo,
Okay.
oo.
Ayan.
So, calories siya, attorney. No? Okay.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. So, ayan na siya. Doon ka muna. O, dyan ka. O, ayan.
Working from home pa rin siya, no? Working from home si Edgardo. Naku, mabuhay ka, Edgardo, no? Okay.
Exactly.
Ayan. Sige. Okay. Right. Oh, okay. Sino ito?
Happy anniversary daw, sabi ni Marian Galicia Paner.
Oh, thank you. Ang bilis naman ni Maria, no? Yeah, si yung aking sweetheart, no? Si Sol. It's our 9th year together, no? We've tomorrow, the 19th of January is our 9th anniversary. So, yung kaibigan, gusto ko rin ibatiin ng 21st anniversary naman yung ating kaibigan si Vince Ocheco, pati kanyang wife, no? They're celebrating their 21st marriage, no? Year together,
That's right.
no? Si Vincent, I don't know if you know
Happy
Vince, no?
anniversary.
He works he's a marketing guy, sales guy, marketing manager or head ng Metro Bank dito sa Metro Remittance, no? So mabuhay. Ayan, so thank you Maria, no? Happy anniversary po, sabi niya. To both of you, maraming salamat, no? Stay sweet po. God bless. So, yeah, it's actually yan ang tawag dito, both of you have to work on it, no? Both of you have to exert the effort to make it sweet, romantic, or whatever. No? Hindi pwedeng sakay ka lang, no? Kailangan it has to be worked out. Okay, may tanong dito si Nas Perez, no? Pero hindi, immigration, visa yata yan. Parang yan. Ano ba to? Visa yan eh. Visa.
Yeah.
Visa
Oo,
yan.
tanong mo sa Thursday na.
Thursday may tanong.
Tingnan natin.
Nes
Oo.
Torres,
Yung part-
Thursday may tanong yan
yung
dahil
ito. Oo.
Sa Webes, Webes kayo
Yes,
manood, no?
I think tanong mo na kasi kay Attorney Lira yan. So, I'm sure she'll be happy to talk to you about it.
Sige. Oo nga, alanganin yung Pero ikaw ba, Nes, may partner po ako na British Gap, hindi po makapag-work yung partner niya rito. Para sa isang kababayan po natin. Nagtatanong lang siya.
Nagtatanong.
Oo, teka muna. Okay. Pero pwede niyo pag-usapan kung itanong mo yung may property. Do I get it na yung guy do I get yung guy walang kasi they have to prove na may pera sila.
They have to prove income.
They have income
Hindi pa makapag yung partner niya dito kasi may sakit. So they have to comply with the income income requirements, and you can do that via annual income or savings. But they're quite strict about that. But I think Attorney Lira would also probably like to give her thoughts on that question if you ask her on Thursday.
Pero kung siguro yung friend mo, partner mo, kung let's say, kamukha niya na attorney, partner pa lang sila, no? So kung yung mga, okay, so engagement ring pinag-usapan natin. Tapos hindi natuloy yung kasal. Pero doon sa between them, for example, mga gifts na binibigay kay Sing Sing or anything, wala na yun, no? Hindi na
Wala na
mababawi
po.
yun.
I
Wala
think
na
the
yun.
same, that's the
Gift yun.
same rule applies to other gifts
Oo.
as well. Once you've given it at unconditional, wala ka naman sinabing condition about the
Yeah.
gift, it will be a gift
Okay.
even after mag-break up
Yeah.
kayo. So hindi mo pwedeng hingin yung mga binigay sa'yo after
Yup,
you
yup.
mag-break up.
Yes. Okay. Oh, si Bernadette Bisdi, yung ating kaibigan na maraming properties both in the Philippines here and sa Amerika, no? Si Bernadette
Yes.
Bisdi. Bern, mag-coffee nga tayo one time, no? Mag-coffee nga tayo. Ito, naku, napakayaman itong ating kaibigan. She's one of the pioneering realtors, no? Back home in the Philippines dito, no? Prior to the arrival of the likes of yung mga Century Property, yung mga Philinvest and so on and so forth, merong group ng mga Pilipino, no, that they would be in Barrio Fiestas and they would be doing the marketing for these real estate companies in the Philippines initially, and then eventually when this companies thought of coming over to Europe or to the UK, yun nga, nagdatingan na. But ito yung isa sa mga nauna. Bernadette, mabuhay ha. So, ayan. Uy, sabi niya,
Bernadette, good evening.
ito magandang message, attorney. Oo.
So cute.
So
I think
cute,
I think they meant Rafa Raja, no? Rafa Raja is so cute, I think. Andun pa siya.
Ayan,
Nagising
oo.
ko.
Hindi ba,
But
sino
you
ba? Si
know,
attorney ba o si Raja,
si Raja
Marian?
ata yung cute eh. Hindi
Si-
naman
si-
ata ako eh.
Oo, si Raja, Marian Garisa Panero. Oh, wow, so cute. So,
Na
parang
para
maganda
maiba
suot mo,
naman.
attorney, ha?
Para maiba naman. Kasi we've been
Yes.
doing these serious topics for a
Hindi.
very long time. Magdala naman tayo ng something to cheer up everyone and to make us remember
Ang
na
ganda.
kung gaano ka good vibes yung mga pets sa buhay natin.
Oo.
Oo.
Maganda nga ang topic natin. In fact, nagkaroon nga ako ng question nga sa I could eventually ask in one of my shows, no? Yung kunyari may show na topic na ikaw ba, halimbawa, binigyan ka ng guy nga ng engagement ring, hindi natuloy ang kasal nyo, would you return it or not? Diba?
Quite controversial, ha?
Controversial yan, oo.
Controversial
Ayan.
ang topic.
Okay. Oy, si Bernadette ba nagbabati sa amin ni Sol ng happy anniversary. Yeah, thank you. Oo, si Sol, no. Nakakatuwa naman, bira mo ang isang relasyon, hindi mo alam na kung magtatagal o hindi, no. Pero yeah, you gotta work sa ano. So, yes, thank you. So, ayan. Si Nes Torres, sa Thursday pala, salamat. Okay, salamat po. Abangan ko po sa Thursday. Taga saan ka, Nes, no? Baka ikaw may tanong ka, hindi lang sa kaibigan mo. Baka ikaw, kamukha niyan, merong binigay sa'yo, tapos binabawi nung di ba? Nung boyfriend mo, no? Di ba? Yung mga bagay-bagay. So, it could be anything, no, attorney. Pero yun nga lang, sabi mo, for example, nag-aawayan na isang, kung medyo ang value nung pag-aawayan nila, unless sometimes pag sinabing may sentimental value na walang value talaga na hindi yan pwede siguro.
Nangyayari po talaga yun. Nangyayari
Pwede yan, diba?
sa divorces. It happens more often than not. Na hindi talaga yung value, it's more of may emotional attachment.
Emotional attachment.
Sa particular property na yun. So, this is quite interesting to. Kung talagang may ganon, make it clear na sa'yo yun, I'd like this to be mine dahil binigay ito ng, parents ko or binigay ng lola ko, that's so on and so forth.
Well, okay. Kung may mga questions, okay, just post it to us or sa atin sa Filipino TV Europe, no? And we're gonna ask Attorney Danna these questions, no? Every Tuesday naman tong ating show. So, ayan, at ngayon parang a break from the usual na parang no? We're talking about mga pets, chattel, disputes, chattel, property disputes. Ayun,
That's right.
Pinag-usapan natin. Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye, Attorney. Baka meron kang mga messages pa, baka may nakaligtaan ka pa, biglang naalala mo, nga pala, nakalimutan ko sa ating topic na idagdag, no? Or, let them know how they can contact you. So, go ahead, please, Attorney.
Exactly. You can contact me at d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com or 01234225188 kung meron pa po kayong gustong itanong na you're not quite comfortable na ilagay dito sa show. Or if you need a bit more time, as I've said, we do free 30-minute consultation. So send us an email and we'll organize a phone call. I want to end the show by saying happy anniversary sa pinaka-romantic couple ng bayan, kay Sol at kay Mr. Laragan. And you're so lovely together. Na I had the chance to talk to you both, and such a pleasure nung New Year. So happy anniversary, and hopefully more years to come, at hopefully never yung kailanganin ng abogado na katulad ko. If I may say that.
We cannot go unromantic. Teka muna, pwede ba natin ganito? But on some aspects, well, tama ka, attorney, no? So thank you, thank you rin. Thank you very much. And syempre, thank you rin. We look forward to more opportunities of probably, going, seeing you, catching up and being together, no? Lalo na sana medyo magluwag-luwag na, so we could either be anywhere, Bedford, at makaluwag-luwag na, so we could have yung get-together natin with the likes of Emmeline Rafael, Edgar Duway, at marami pang iba, no? So sana ay mangyari na yan, at pagdasal ho natin na medyo lumuwag-luwag na ho sana, no? Dahil it's been difficult, it's even difficult to hug your friends. Hindi mo na ma-hug dahil, sandali lang, diba?
Medyo
either siko
ngayon,
na lang,
medyo, parang, pwede ba mag-hug or handshake or elbow? Napaka...
Kagabi, napayakap ako doon kay pangalan to, one of my students do sa speech development through broadcast training, si Ranera, basta si Ranera, no? At hindi namin napigilan sarili namin, nagdag-hug lang kami, no? Ayan, so yeah, kumusta? Thank you very much, no? Sa last night na nakita ko, Maria and I were going out around sa kagabi. So yeah, okay. Well, attorney, thank you very much. I like your attire. I mean, gusto ko yung they're saying you're cute and dyan, no? So yeah, looking forward for more. Yung mga yung mga automatic ang gaganda ng mga blouses mo during the Christmas get together, yung mga kung ano nyo, di ba? And I think you brought about 2 or 3 dresses that time, tama ba?
That's right, yes, that's right.
It's nice, no? It's nice to wear, di ba, pag may mga occasions, masarap din na nagbihis ka. No? And that's something that I'm
kasi
looking
all
forward.
year nakaputi kami, nakaputi, blue, alam mo yun,
Exactly, yes.
up, and always in a blazer, and it's nice to dress up every now and again. It's nice to do something different.
Tama yan. And I agree. No, I agree. Kaya sabi mo, well, I'm trying to sort of be different now in 2020, no? 22, should I say. Tuloy-tuloy na yan. Nagbabago ang panahon. Then, 22, 24, 25. So, every year, you have to have either a resolution or things that you have to improve on. So, siguro, di ba, kung you've been complacent on things, diba? So siguro pwede nang bagong taon ho ngayon. So yun ang siguro ang ginagawa ko. I'm doing having a change. At abangan ho ninyo dito sa ating sa Legal Advice Corner. We'll be working on things, no? So abangan lang ho ninyo. Okay, so I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Nako, sa ngalan ni Rajan, pasalamatan si Rajan dahil sa kanyang special participation.
Natulog na naman
Special participation for tonight. Wala na yata ginawa yan. Yan ba, ilang taon na yan? In animal years or human years? Would you know? Ilang taon siya?
Hindi ko po alam But ito yung pinaka-behave na cat na hindi talaga siya,
Cool na cool lang siya, no? Talagang, si Raja. Ayun, naghihikab na.
Pasalamat tayo. Thank you.
Naghihikab ba yun?
Bigyan yung talent fee nito mamaya.
Hello, ayan. Talent fee niya, yung kanyang mga sweets yata, yung kanyang mga treats yata, di ba? Yung dreams. Ayan.
Yung dreams, yeah.
Wow.
Mr. Laragan, babay na daw po. Babay
na. Okay, tayo magpapaalam na sa ngalan ho ni Raja, of course, at syempre doon sa ating pinakamamahal na abogada ng bayan natin, no? Walang iba kundi si Attorney DANNA Quinto. Thank you very much again for that wonderful kakaibang topic natin for tonight, no? Pets and chattel property disputes, no?
Yeah. And I hope
Napakagandang...
Roger made you smile. I hope Roger
Oh
has
yeah, of course.
also given us a happier Tuesday. Always happy naman tayo dito. So I hope that
Oo.
that brought a smile to your faces. And bago natin makalimutan, at wag natin dapat makalimutan. Direk, maraming salamat always for setting us up nicely. Direk Pao, thank you.
Ayan, si Direk Pau, mukhang gagaya na rin kay ano, no, kay Oliver, no, yung kanyang mga challenges, no. So baka yung mga C25K natin. Okay, well, tama ka. Sa ngalan mo, attorney, of course, sa ngalan din ni Raja at sa ngalan ng ating director, no, si Paula Perez. No, ito po si Sonny Laragang nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay, no. Let's do it again next Tuesday para sa isa na namang edisyon ng Legal Advice Corner. Till then, take care, God bless, and good night. Bye.
Good night. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Raja. Bye-bye.
Ako dyan niluluto ko Paborito ko yan.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.